Part 3 of 5 more things I do and try to do because I'm a pediatrician. On this list, there's definitely going to be things where there's no single or necessarily right way of doing it. A lot of these things are much more about mindset and intentionality and can be accomplished in many different ways. Remember, I always say there isn't one singular best parenting style necessarily. And for a lot of these things on this list, it's going to be focused more on modeling this behavior, especially when your kids are small. And when you model behaviors when your kids are small, you want to actually verbalize your thought process so they can hear what you're thinking. And that's how they pick it up. So let's start with this list. Number 1, I want to communicate to my kids over my entire time with them as their parent before they leave the house that I am their source of emotional well-being. That when they need help or when they need to find their safe person, that I'm that safe person. 2, what I find that prioritizing time in nature yields tremendous physical and mental benefits. I don't think this is in a study anywhere, but this is more as a parent of 7 children. When my kids were small, constantly going to places, even if it's just the woods or by a quiet body of water, and we would just go without any agenda, no goal, no trail or destination to get to, but just skipping rocks, chucking rocks in the water. My sons, when they were young kids or toddlers, could do that endlessly. I'm there supervising, of course, I'm there for safety, but letting them take the lead and just spending time in those settings, I think yields enormous health and emotional and mental benefits. So prioritizing time in nature, number 2. Number 3, again, this is more of a modeling, is showing my kids that perfection is unobtainable and that the goal in any process is getting better every day and focusing on growth. This overlaps with my first video about focusing on outcomes not focusing on outcomes instead of process. 4, teaching them, showing them what mental health is and isn't, that mental health is not always about feeling good, calm, or relaxed, that failure, setbacks, and negative feelings are inevitable, but much more about knowing those feelings are normal and knowing what their source is and then having a healthy way to manage them. And number 5, but by the time your kids are in middle school and high school, you need to have an open conversation about cannabis and understanding the effects of cannabis in the developing brain and that it is not the same as a grown-up brain, and being able to talk about that competently without judgment and without punishment. All right, I hope this helps.